Okay, that's what it is. Welcome back to Planeswalking Through Time. This is Levi Wilson with...
Your boy Fresh.
Your boy Fresh. Alright, so this is State of the Union 3.
That's right.
Dry. So,
That's right.
How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. So we just had rotation, and we'll get to legacy cards here in a minute. Fourth, Ice Age, Chronicles / Homelands, and Alliances all rotated out.
Nice, good and strong memory. I had to double check.
The one thing I noticed, my decks didn't really change that much.
Oh, really? So, preparing for this coming week, I did a lot of changing on it. I had to print out a lot of the proxies.
Right.
But with the new set, Tempest is the newest one coming next. I mean, I think I can count maybe 6 or 7, which is pretty average what I've been doing each week, right? But my decks are different, though. Okay. You'll see some returning cards, but I've changed it up.
Okay.
So, actually, let's see. I printed out, would be 6 times 5. No, 6 times 4, 24 plus 4. So I printed out 28 cards.
Oh, wow.
For this week, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's big.
Making you, I should have just, purchased them, but I don't have time right now. I was a little behind. But, so yeah, 28 cards changed for this week.
Okay. I think I had 20, let's see, 8 plus 7. So I had 23.
Okay.
But a lot of it was sideboard.
Yeah.
I lost a lot of sideboard cards.
Okay.
So trying to swap those out.
I got some good cards that put me in a direction of oh, this would be cool. Let's try this out. So that's why it's a lot of new fresh cards.
But yeah, so branching from that.
Yeah.
Were the legacy cards still a good idea? Do you still,
I think so.
Still like them?
Because the 3 legacies per set, and yeah, I think it's good to hit the cards that are really strong. That I was able to. I'm not just locked into the same decks.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess I was worried it was locking us into the same deck. Yeah. So you kept 3 lightning bolts. I kept 3 Hymn to Tauros.
Right.
Does that mean you're always going to have a red deck and I'm always going to have a black deck?
It might be.
That, maybe, my Tempest set was super loaded and then red and green. And now it's well, maybe the black, I'm not sure how that push and pull kind of goes.
One of them, right, because I had 2 lightning bolts earlier, and then I think 4th had my third lightning bolt, and I did keep that one. Right. So it's I will have the lightning bolts. Right. And then the chain lightnings too. So I'm pretty locked in. It's something there will be red somewhere just because they're the strongest cards. Right. We could. That's a good point. Bring that up now. We could pay attention to that for this one. Right. And then just cut them if we need to.
I do think there was a drastic change in power with alliances. Yeah. I think Ice Age was pretty weak. I mean, there's good cards in every set.
Let's go through it. Let's go through it. You got your list?
Yeah. So was it 4th is first?
Yep, 4th is first. As you get that up, I'll go with mine. So, Lightning Bolt, number 1. Yeah. Fireball. Okay. Number 2, pretty obvious. And then Triskelion, which I always say Triskelion. The way I always see it every time, right? So Bolt, Fireball, Triskelion are my 3.
So, yeah, those are all, I guess Triskelion kind of got replaced in the future with, was it XX?
Yeah, Walking Ballista.
Yeah, Walking Ballista. So he kind of got replaced with that, but that's not for a long time. Yeah, so it's a very strong card today.
Yeah. And the Vintage Cube. Yeah.
So mine were 2, what I think are some of the best sideboard cards. Blue Elemental Blast and Red Elemental Blast.
Yep.
I mean, it's 1 mana, instant speed, either destroy the opposite color or counter a spell. That is...
For 1 mana.
Yeah, 1 mana.
Very efficient.
Very efficient. And then, what I think is the best removal spell, and you can argue with this if you want, but Swords to Plowshares.
Yeah. I was gonna have to yell at you if it were anything except for swords, but yeah, you got it. Yeah.
I think some people would argue God, what's that? You're way better at card names than I am. The 1 Phyrexian Black.
Oh, Dismember.
I think some people would argue that because you could play it in any deck. You don't have to be white.
I'd still say swords is better. Sure. Yeah. I mean, it depends on the format. My mind's always on cubing. So, they're both in Vintage Cube. Right. And then normally in that environment, you can get white if you want white.
Right.
And then the 4 life doesn't matter, but it matters 20%. Starting life is a decent amount.
And then the thing that I've done or had to do against the red deck is swords my own creature as a way to gain life, which Dismember could not.
Yeah, been the opposite.
Right, it could not do that.
Which, you know what, I think I had a swords in Ice Age, and now I regret not taking that.
Okay.
I don't think I looked at my white as closely as I should have. Because I know swords and Afterlife are like my main white cards.
Okay.
It's gone. It's gone.
Yeah. Gone into the aether.
Alright, now let's talk about, let's talk about Ice Age then.
Yeah, Ice Age, I'll go first this time. So mine were pretty easy. Well, Ice Age, there were a couple other maybes, but 2 Dark Rituals.
Okay, yep.
And then Fire Covenant.
Fire Covenant, yeah, you gotta keep that one. That one's solid.
Again, all 3, I guess all 2 of them are in the Vintage Cube, so it's going to have power. It's going to have power into the future.
Yeah, which I just picked up a lightning or a Dark Ritual, I think in Tempest. But I let one fade. I think I had one that faded out, and then I just picked one up. But my 3 from Ice Age, Counterspell. Maybe I don't want to tell you this, right? So Counterspell, Ray of Command. So giving you the tricks, and then Lava Burst. That's the X and a red, deal X damage to a player or creature.
Okay.
Damage can be prevented or redirected. I don't think we care about that. But just another X spell in the red deck. And I think, so now I regret. I think my swords was Ice Age. So it's gone forever. Yeah. All right, so then the funny Chronicles and a Homelands. Actually, mine actually aren't that bad. Okay. So 2 of them are the same. Remove Soul. So those are fine.
Yeah,
right?
fine counterspells.
Yep. And then Rubinia, the Soul Singer, the one that steals your creature.
Okay.
Just because I have nothing else. Nothing else is in there, and I'm like, 3 colors is difficult right now. But we'll be getting duels, and that's a powerful card. So, and it's fun.
Yeah. So mine were 2 Tron lands. I did not get the 3rd.
Oh, no, you were holding on to them.
So I did keep that from the first rotation. I kept all 3 Tron lands. So I got 5 total Tron lands.
Well, you're just waiting.
I think there are a couple more opportunities. I think 8th, 9th, and some of the Urza Saga has them.
Yeah, I think so.
So I still got a couple more bullets in that chamber.
You're still gonna get Karn, whatever, the 7-drop Karn. I'm like, oh, this is real Tron, isn't it? All right, it's good, long forecasting.
That long game.
Yeah.
And then the blue version of Chain Lightning. Do you know what that is?
Hold on. Is it the one that bounces?
No, taps and untaps.
Oh, okay, so no, I don't.
So it's Chain Stasis.
Chain Stasis.
So for 1 of the blue instant speed, tap or untap. I think it's just a creature. I don't think you can do artifacts. And then that creature's controller can play 2 in a blue to do it as well. Basically, create a copy. So I could tap one of your dudes and I guess I could untap one of mine, then tap one of yours.
Yeah.
If you don't have 2 in a blue, you can't do it back. You know, kind of the same. Yeah. The same sort of theory as Chain Lightning there.
Did you say you got Winter Orb? Did you keep that one or that?
I ended up getting rid of Winter Orb. Yeah. That was the one. The other one in Ice Age. You really want that a repeatable effect and not on a card. Like I have some tap target artifact cards, but
some blue ones that
you really want that
or whatever,
to be able to consistently tap it. And personally, I don't enjoy prison decks that's. I mean, they're strong. I mean,
I like being the prisoner. I love doing that. Right, the locking them down. I'll play that.
You mean the warden? I guess.
Yeah, the warden.
I hate playing against the prison deck, and I'm not sure if that would be best for the channel to have you're just gonna sit there while I slowly grind you out.
Winter Orbs, circle protections. This is great content. This is so entertaining. Yeah.
So I did end up deciding I don't think it ever comes back. I think that was a one and done.
Is it?
I think it might be like a Commander Master or some kind of Master set. So
I did get in Tempest the Stasis Orb. Okay. Which is an artifact that cares about being tapped or not, and it says players can only untap 2 permanents.
Okay.
So similar idea, because I looked at my blue of saying all right, what artifact tapper stuff do I have? And
right.
Same conclusion where it's a one shot, but that could be big enough. It's hit you for you can only tap 2, but I can untap all. So it's a weird time walk.
Right. Yeah.
But very situational.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, cool. And then the last one is Alliance.
Alliance. So this one's probably the easiest of all. Obviously, I got 2 Force of Wills.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's probably the most powerful card. I mean,
Which,
no.
The funny
Soul
thing
Ring
is
still probably the most powerful, but...
You revealed your hand, because I think I only thought you had 1.
Okay.
That may be just me forgetting, but now I'd have to play around 2, or you're lying to me for the really long con, right?
And then the other one, I think will surprise you, but it's Latnam's Legacy. That's the 2-drop, not the 5-drop.
Yeah.
I end up cutting out the 5-drop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would. Would you play a tutor 5-mana sorcery speed?
It's good though. Like being on the other end of it.
Yeah.
Of like. Just the situation is so hard of like, all right, do you demonic tutor or draw 3?
We don't lose life, and it's 5 mana instead of 1, and it's not instant speed. So.
Well, that's spam tutor you're talking about, but
yeah.
Come on, get your tutors right. No, I think that's fine because like the 2 you're gonna be playing that a lot more often. It eases out your draws, so I think that's a good pick.
Yeah.
So mine are School of the Unseen. So that's that land. Like, what is that one?
Right.
It's a land that you tap, I think it's 2 and tap it to make any color.
Okay.
So it's not the best, but it's something, right?
Yeah.
I learned from gimping up the Savannah.
Right.
I'm like, all right, if there are any good lands, let's keep it, right? And then the next, I kind of didn't really find much in that set. I have Bounty of the Hunt, 2 of those. That's that green, you can exile a green card to cast it for free.
Oh, yeah. Got it.
And then put 3 +1/+1 counters on creatures, but the counters come off.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of combo with this Triskelion.
Yeah.
So... kind of kept that option going, and future stuff for +1/+1 counters will matter.
Right, yeah. So, eventually they do become a lot more prevalent, and, like some of the Reanimator stuff, and was it like what's the one that if it dies and it has a +1/+1 counter on it?
I always forget which way is it, Undying or Persist.
Yeah.
Either way, one of them. Yeah. The +1/+1 counters matter, and it's just a really strong aggro card.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So,
that's our update on...
what we kept, the legacy cards.
Here's the ultimate question.
What's that?
What was the record? Did you keep track of it?
Yep.
I think I lost a lot. I lost a lot this session.
So our first 6 games... our first 7 games, you won 6 of them.
Okay.
And then our next 6 games, I won 5 of them. So we're currently 7 and 6.
Okay.
So, it's pretty.
It's like every week I'm like,
closed.
I mean, we played a lot. I think like a lot of them went to game 6 and 7, right? Yes. I know last week we went to 7.
Yeah.
But I was like, I felt like I got beat up a lot, right? So that's good. We're close to even then.
Yeah. Do you think the catch-up packs have helped?
Not as much. I mean, it's good to have extra cards. I kind of when I'm like doing the extra pack, I'm like, oh, it's fine. Like nothing like really stood out of like, this is an extra pack, but it's a good thing.
And it does feel like when you open, I don't know if there's something written into the code. If you open one pack, it's like I've just been getting garbage.
Yeah. So, although I'll say for this week, because I lost last week, my Weatherlight pack, right? That's the extra booster one. I got a really cool, like, fun card that I kind of built a deck around.
Okay.
Or, like, it combines, hopefully, with the card I got from Tempest.
Okay.
So I'm like, this is fun and cool. So we'll see if it's good. We'll try it out. So in that matter, the extra pack did count.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else that...
I think it's going pretty smooth, like overall.
Yeah.
Like
we burned through some of our banked weeks. So the pressure's on for the schedule, but
I mean, we haven't lost a week. We've been consistently meeting, and publishing. So good.
All right.
Thank you everyone for watching.
Next week is Tempest and Rotation.
That's
we'll see you then.
Yep.
Bye bye.